Good afternoon and welcome to Pharmacist Live with Faruqi. As pharmacists and community, it's our job to not only ensure we provide dispensing service, but also to make sure that we clinically check prescriptions and to ensure the prescription is correct, indication-wise, and for the correct audience and doses, etc., etc. I've recently come across a prescription for acne that's not commonly prescribed, and it was a learning curve for me, and I thought to share with you guys. So let's come back to what is acne. So acne is a very common skin condition characterized by spots, oily skin, and also skin that is hot or painful to touch. There are a few types of acne, obviously, people would define as blackheads, whitehead, papules, pustules, nodules, cyst spots, etc. Cyst spots usually around your jawline, and papules and pustules are under the skin, like a red fleshy bumps, etc. Historically, antibiotics have been prescribed and even at present, in addition to moisturizers and creams. For example, tetracyclines, so you've got these tetracyclines, and also erythromycin, trimethoprim also in resistant sort of acne, being prescribed for ages and ages, and for severe acne and resistant acne, recurring acne, I would say more appropriately, the doctors also prescribe, for dermatologists, isotretinoin, and that's obviously prescribed, and then it comes with a package side effect of leaving the scars for patients using it long term, and also it's teratogenic as well, which means as pharmacists we have to ensure that we do the pregnancy test and make sure that if the patient is sexually active, they have negative pregnancy test in view of teratogenic side effects. Recently I've come across a drug, and you may or may not have heard of this, and that is spironolactone, prescribed for acne. So what happened was, actually I want you to look at the prescription now. It was for 22 years old, a female patient, and it was prescribed a couple of days ago. Let's look at the prescription. Okay, so come back to it. So when do you prescribe spironolactone? If the issue of the acne is predominantly hormonal, then the dermatologists are currently prescribing spironolactone. Having said that, this drug is not licensed in the United Kingdom, which means it's unlicensed and it's not indicated in the BNF. There's no indication that's licensed currently in the UK. It's most popularly prescribed in North America, and still obviously research has been going on, and the reports and results are very promising. So in terms of its usage in the female. Right, so what's spironolactone? We all know spironolactone is a diuretic, it's a potassium-sparing diuretic, which means it increases potassium in our body serum. Okay. It also possesses anti-androgenic properties, which means it's useful for hirsutism, seborrhea, and acne. And this is why it's widely prescribed in Northern America for these indications, although it's unlicensed in the United Kingdom. So here in the UK, consultant dermatologist prescribes spironolactone. It starts from the lowest possible dose of 25 milligrams, and then depending on how a patient tolerates these tablets, titrate upwards to 50 milligrams and prescribed to maximum 100 milligrams. There are a list of side effects that obviously comes with spironolactone, depending on individual to individual. How they're tolerating it. Side effects can be GI related, it can be menstrual cycle related, which means irregular periods in female patients, and it can be hyperkalemia associated. Obviously for that they need to have a regular review appointment with patients, initially 4 weeks and then every 3 months, depending on how they're progressing, etc., etc. Thanks for watching. I really hope you liked today's video. Take-home message for today would be, as pharmacists, we need to ensure that we always double-check the indication, whether licensed or unlicensed, and always should be matching indications with patient profile. For example, today's spironolactone matching indication with 22-year-old female. Obviously, it was very, very unlikely that it was prescribed for heart failure. So, on that note, I would like to say, stay tuned, and I'll catch you soon. Goodbye.